So today we are out here in the pickup, and Miley is laughing because we had an extremely silly day a while back. We have like dried crusty egg all over the pickup, and we thought we'd tell you the story about how that happened. So a couple weeks ago we had this really extremely rainy day out, and so we went out and got all of our chores done, and we got back in the house and we were soaking wet, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, we were like, I mean, it was as if we jumped in the lake. That's how wet we were from doing that. It was awful. And we were so cold. So we went in the house, we got changed. Then we discovered we were out of ice. And so we decided to run down to we have a little town about 4 miles from here, and we decided to run down there and get some ice and go ahead and grab some lunch because they have a sandwich shop there. Okay, so we get back here and we pull up, and I look over in my egg bin, which is right here. This is my little tote that I take with me when we go deliver eggs. And I delivered eggs a few days before, and normally whenever I deliver eggs I just take the amount I need, but that day I had some new customers and stuff like that, so I brought a few extra just in case they would need some. And I forgot about it because I had thrown the empty egg cartons on top of them, and then I was just used to not having any eggs in there, so when we got home I just left the eggs in there. When we got back from getting the ice, I had discovered those eggs were still sitting there, and they'd been sitting in here for like a couple of days, and so I'm like, well, they're probably not any good, so I decided I better throw them out. And then we have a wheat field right out here next to us, as you can see, right over there. And so I don't know why, I just got this brilliant idea that I just take them out, and I got a carton out and I rolled down the window and I picked an egg up and went to throw it out, and instead I smashed it right up there, and egg just went everywhere. It went all over my legs, and it ran down the door, and the yolk actually landed back here on the seat belt. I had taken the seat belt off and it was back here. The yolk ran down on there. I mean, we just had egg everywhere, all over the steering wheel, just everywhere. And I'm just kind of sitting there going, oh my gosh. And of course Miley's in the back seat, and she just starts laughing and laughing. She just thought it was the funniest thing ever. Okay, so I was just sitting there and I just wanted to mumble all sorts of words, but I just said goat. And if you haven't read my blog before, a while back I had a really, really bad day with the goats. And sometimes our goats, I love them dearly, but sometimes they just make me crazy. And so after that one day, goat became the official cuss word around here. And if you'd like to read about that day, I will link it to the video for you, and you could read about it. Okay, so I decided I'd get out of the pickup and throw them out there instead. I got out and was standing there. I can't remember what you were doing. You were staying in the pickup or getting...
I was standing in the... Not standing. Sitting in the pickup with the door open.
Yeah. And so I had the eggs, and I was just kind of tossing them out there in the field, and Miley's like, hey Mom, why don't you see how high you can throw one? So I was like, okay. So I kind of just lobbed one out there. It wasn't too high or anything, and she's like, Mom, I think you can throw higher than that. And I said, well, yeah, I probably could. And she's like, well, let me see. So I threw a little higher, and she's like, Mom, that's still not very high. Come on, can you throw one? I want to see how high you can throw one. So I was like, okay. So I took it and I just threw it as high as I could. And I'm not a very good thrower, and the egg, instead of going forward, it kind of started going backwards. And I was watching it come down. It was like slow-mo. I was like, no. And it kind of landed kersplat right on top of the pickup.
I heard it on the pickup. It was kind of loud.
And I was just like, I was sitting there going, goat, 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 goat. So, anyway, I just stood there for a minute. I didn't even know what to do. So then I decided, well, I better get rid of the few remaining eggs. And I just kind of tossed them out in the field there. We actually took the ice and our lunch in the house, set it down, and I got some towels, and I came out here and decided I better get this cleaned up. While I was out here doing that, it just started pouring. And I mean, the rain came down in sheets. It was awful. I mean, we were getting soaked. I cleaned it up just as good as I could, quickly as possible. I didn't really have to scrub the top of the pickup too much. I could just kind of wash it off as the rain was coming down, because it kind of washed it off for me. After we did that, we went in the house then, and we had to change, get dry clothes on, and then we ate. And it was just one of them days where I just got nothing done and ended up just creating huge piles of dirty laundry to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little story.
If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.